Welcome back to Wake Up America. I'm Allison Maloney. Tomorrow will mark 5 years since that horrific day in Parkland, Florida, when student Nicholas Cruz tragically and senselessly took the lives of 17 people. Have we learned from this dreadful incident? Many would say no, and someone is trying to change that is the father of one of the victims, Jamie, and the author of the new book, American Carnage, Shattering the Myths That Fuel Gun Violence, Fred Guttenberg. Fred, welcome back to Wake Up America, sir. For the last time you joined us, you came with an open mind and made a major impact with our viewers. So, Fred, I want to ask you, what would you like us to be thinking about as we mark 5 years since Parkland tomorrow and beyond?
And no, listen, and I appreciate you having me back. And I think what I want people to think about is maybe kind of tagging on to your last segment. And, what do you want for Valentine's Day? What I want for Valentine's Day is for my wife to not have to cry because one of the two people she loves more than me, we will be visiting at the cemetery because of gun violence. What I want is for America to come together with love and say, we can do more to reduce gun violence. That's gun owners and non-gun owners alike. The determination to want to reduce gun violence is not an anti-gun issue. It's an anti-gun violence issue. And with a show of love, I would love for your viewers to reach out and say, how can I help you do that? Because we are better than this and we can be better than this.
Oh, Fred, you're so right. And I just can't imagine, Fred, what you and your wife and so many parents, unfortunately, across the country go through, to wake up and not have their son or daughter. I have three kids. We actually had a school threat last week. They canceled school. So I'm happy that, school officials are paying attention, but so much more needs to be done. What do we need to do, Fred? How do we stop this?
Listen, and it's not just schools, and your three kids, they're the reason why I won't shut up, okay? Because it's going to the movie, it's going to a place of worship, it's going to a public park. And we have to agree that while we as Americans do have a right to gun ownership, that doesn't mean everyone has an equal access right to a weapon if they intend harm to themselves or someone else. It doesn't mean we can't do things like background checks, simple things to stop the next one. It doesn't mean gun owners and non-gun owners alike can't sit down and talk about what we can agree on to reduce the gun violence death rate, to reduce the instances of gun violence. Listen, we have 400 million weapons on the streets of America today. That's a reality. When Jamie was killed 5 years ago, it was 300 million. Nobody's coming to take those weapons away. So let's work together. Let's do the things we can agree on legislatively, but let's save lives.
Yeah, you're so right, Fred. I do want to talk about your book. It's received a ton of support. It's #1 in its category for people also like Golden State Warriors coach Steve Kerr is writing the foreword. Do you
Yeah.
think that we can finally start making a difference in preventing these mass tragedies?
Listen, this is a book about truth. This is a book about calling out so many of the myths that have brought us to this place where we are now. And so my hope is people read the book and they start to learn about all of the issues that have brought us to this place and can talk about it. I do think the reason it's getting the attention that it is getting, even though it's not coming out until May, is people are worried. People understand their family could be next.
Yeah.
Let's do this together. Tomorrow is going to be a brutal day for my family, for 16 other families. I just want to stop the next one.
And I think a lot of people agree with you, Fred. I know last time I spoke to you, you talked about your daughter, Jamie, and maybe viewers who didn't get a chance to watch or know anything about her. Can you share a little bit about Jamie? We have about 30 seconds left.
Well, that's her dancing over my shoulder. Jamie was a beautiful, determined, competitive dancer. Jamie was somebody who simply wanted to help any single human being in need. Jamie was tough as nails. She despised bullies, and she would do whatever she could to stop a bully from bullying someone else. because she had a big heart. My daughter was the most amazing human being on the face of earth, and I miss her every second of every day.
She is certainly with you right now, and I know she's the reason why you continue to speak up. Fred, your book comes out in May. I look forward to reading it. My thoughts and prayers, and God bless your family. Thank you so much for coming on our program again.
Thank you.